Welcome back to the More Than Capable Mompreneur podcast. I'm Shannon Baker, a coffee-loving mompreneur that started as a virtual assistant and turned into a total systems geek. And I want to help you shift your mindset and embrace your worthiness while creating systems in your business so you can be more productive and build success on your own terms without the mom guilt. Are you loving that? Well, I hope you're ready for real conversations that will help you beat the perfectionist inside, rediscover your strengths, and up-level your self-love in the mom cracks of time so you can stop letting fear hold you back because you are enough and you do enough. We are more than capable mompreneurs. So grab your cup of coffee, some sparkling water, or pour a glass of your favorite wine and let's dive in. I would like to welcome you to episode number 91. I can't believe I've almost reached 100 episodes. That is like a huge milestone in podcasting. So thank you for listening, because without your support, this would not be possible. But let me go ahead and dive into today's topic. I want to start by talking about your business expenses. Do you even know what they are? If you have to think about it or your answer was no, then this episode is exactly what you need. And before I get into this topic, I want you to make a commitment to your business that you will evaluate your expenses before the end of this month. So if you're listening to this episode when it goes live on December 1st, 2021, then you have the entire month to get this done. And for everyone else, I want you to make the commitment to at least get this done in the next 30 days of you listening. Having a finger on the pulse of your finances is critical to the success or failure of your business. One of the biggest areas I see where solopreneurs are leaking money is in their tech spread. The sad part is they don't even realize it because they never look. So don't feel bad if you have no idea how many different tools you're paying for right now, because we're going to fix that. So let's go ahead and dive into episode number 91. So you're ready to evaluate your tech tools and possibly even save some money. I'm excited about this topic, and I'm excited to help you reduce your expenses, hopefully. Now, I want to remind you that you need to make this a priority now so that you can start the new year off with reduced expenses. Now, again, I don't want you to feel bad if you evaluate your expenses and you realize that you have been paying for tools that you don't use or don't remember signing up for. I've done the same thing in my business, which is why I audit my tech tools every quarter, and I recommend you do the same. But the minimum amount you should do this is twice a year. Now, there are a lot of reasons that this happens to us. One is we don't track what we're paying for, and we put payments on autopilot each month, or we pay for a year because we get a good deal, but then we never make time to really learn how to use the features of the tools that we are paying for. Then someone that we know or we trust introduces us to another great tool, and it's so amazing. They tell us all the things that it does for them, and then we sign up for that too. The problem with that is we're already paying for one or two tools that do some of the things that this new tool does, but we may not know it because we don't use all the features. So now we have multiple tools that do part of the same thing, or they do the same thing. So evaluating your tech tools is a great time for you also to review your existing processes. That way you can select the tool that makes your process more efficient and results in a streamlined system. You will be surprised how tech tools change over time because they're always evolving and adding new features. You just have to take the time to see what they are and then make an informed decision. So enough about that. I think I've pointed out enough reasons about why you need to evaluate your tech tools. So now let's talk about how you can do this without it taking too much time. Now you are going to have to invest some time though. So let me start by telling you, this does not have to be complicated. Some of you may manage your finances with accounting software like QuickBooks, Xero, FreshBooks, or some other software. But I know everyone isn't necessarily at that level yet. So let me tell you, this can be managed in a simple spreadsheet. When I work on money management systems with my clients, we start off by putting everything in a Google spreadsheet, and then that data is transferred over to their accounting software. Now, if you want to know more about creating a money management system for your business, then go back and listen to episodes number 53 and 72. Episode 53 is my chat with Stacey, Isetta of the Small Business BFF. And in our chat, Stacey shares a simple process that will help you create a bookkeeping system that will help you keep an eye on your numbers. And you can maintain this system in as little as 10 minutes a week. Now, in episode 72, I talk about the 3 systems that you need to create sustainable growth. And who doesn't want that? And guess what? One of those systems is the money management system. This system is what you need to track the money coming into your business, but also the money that's going out of your business. So make sure you check both of those episodes out. I'm going to drop a link to them in the show notes. So now let's get into these steps of how you can start evaluating your tech tools. Step 1, you have to look over your accounts to see what you're paying for. You need to identify first your monthly recurring expenses. So grab your bank statements and a highlighter. Highlight all payments that are automatically deducted from your bank account. Do the same with your credit card statements if you're using a credit card for your business. And if you have a PayPal business account with a debit card, review your account activity there as well. Make sure you keep an eye out for annual payments that you have made as well. Now that you've gathered all of that information, let's go to step 2. Create a spreadsheet with the payment details. So right now, I want you to start with either an Excel spreadsheet or just use Google Sheets. You need to create a column for these categories for your recurring expenses. One for the name of the tool, the date it's deducted from your account every month, the amount you're paying, what account the payment is coming from, and then a column for what you use the tool for, but we'll come back to that later. Then once you've listed all of your recurring expenses, repeat the same process for your annual expenses. Now you can skip a line and start entering those expenses, or you can create a separate tab. I recommend keeping them together right now so that you can compare all of the pieces at a glance, which is what we're going to do in step 3. Step 3, you need to decide what you're going to keep and what you're going to get rid of. Now that you have this fully updated list of all the things that you know you use, you need to make some decisions. What tech tools will you get rid of? What do you need to keep for now over some time? So you're going to add another column to your spreadsheet and label it Notes. Put the answers to these questions in that column. Do you use it regularly? Do you like it and you still want to use it? Are there new features you need to learn so that you can get rid of one of the other tech tools you're paying for? Once you have the answers to these questions, really think about it and then decide if you want to keep it or cancel it. And as for those monthly recurring expenses, look and see if you will save money by switching to annual payments opposed to paying every month. If you can afford to do that, go for it. Now that you have a handle on all those tools, step number 4, you need to evaluate your tools regularly. You need to make this review process a recurring task. My preference is that you do this review quarterly, but I know that may not work for everyone or be realistic. So at the minimum, you need to do this review every 6 months. That's mid-year and the end of the year, which is where we are. Now, I do realize it's going to be a little bit of a project, but think about it. Once you have all of this information collected, all you have to do is keep it updated. And here's a bonus tip for you. The list of tech tools that you now have is a great springboard to help you clean up your digital security. Do you know the login information for all of the accounts on your list? If you don't use a password management tool like LastPass, I'm going to make an educated guess and say that you probably reset your password a lot. Well, let's change that. You need to start using a secure password keeper like LastPass today. LastPass is one of the tech tools that I cannot run my business without, and I use the free version. You only have to remember one master password, and by the way, mine is stored. And then it securely stores all of the rest of your passwords in one central location. There is a web version and a mobile version if you have a paid account, so that you can access your login information on the go. The web version automatically detects a new sign-in and asks you if you want to store the information, and then from that point forward, it will autofill your login information the next time you go to that site. Now, inside of your LastPass account, you can even organize your logins into categories and sort your accounts to find information quickly. You can create secure notes, store your banking information, credit card information, and so much more. And if you decide to outsource any tasks for your business and you need to share your login information, you can securely share your passwords and login information with someone else that uses LastPass. You can allow them to view the password or not. And then if you're no longer working with them, you can just rescind access to your shared passwords. Now remember, this needs to be a priority for you this month. Once you have this list, you will be able to make an informed decision about your tech tools. Now, for those that you like, you've probably stopped reading the update emails, right? Don't worry, I have too. I don't even get them, I unsubscribe. But if you finish this evaluation and you realize that there's a gap in your tech toolbox and you want to know maybe some things that you can use to fill in the gaps, then feel free to DM me on Instagram and ask me for a recommendation. But I'm going to warn you, I will ask you if you've completed your evaluation before I give you a peek into my tech toolbox or give you a recommendation. So make sure you insert the time in your schedule to get this done, even if you have to break this project down into 15-minute time blocks. Don't just leave it to chance. So here's a quick recap before I wrap up this episode. First, you're going to look over your bank accounts, credit card statements, etc. Then you're going to create a spreadsheet with the payment details of the things that you're paying for monthly or annually. You're going to look at what you're using the tools for and decide what you're going to keep and what you're going to get rid of. And then you're going to complete this evaluation on a regular basis, minimum every 6 months or twice a year. So I want to thank you for tuning in for this episode. I hope that it helps you save money as we go into 2022. If you would like to connect with me and ask me questions or even just for support, feel free to DM me on Instagram. And if you want to show the podcast some love and help me reach more women with these tips, more real life experiences, and so much more so that they can get more done by doing less, then please feel free to take a screenshot, post it in Instagram stories, and then tag me at @the_Shannon Baker. I cannot wait to hear from you. And remember, you are more than enough. So until next time, keep calm and streamline.